My dad taught me how to work, like really work. Sun up to sundown, no excuses, no shortcuts, no complaints. But he never taught me when to stop or when to pivot, or how to even recognize that something just isn't working anymore. And because of that, I almost worked my beauty brand into the ground. I kept thinking, if I just work harder, if I just push more, things will change. Because that's what we're raised to believe, right? Hard work equals success. But no one really tells you the truth. Hard work in the wrong direction doesn't move the needle. In fact, it actually drains you. I kept thinking Chula Beauty should have grown by now. I should be in like a different place, but I realized I wasn't doing everything right. I was just doing everything the way I've been taught and just honestly doing things intuitively. And my parents weren't entrepreneurs. They are survivors. I wasn't lazy, I wasn't slacking, and I had to learn the part that they couldn't teach me. The part they never had the luxury to learn. When to stop, when to rethink, when to change course. For so long, I thought effort was everything. If my brand wasn't growing, I'd work harder. If sales were low, I'd post more. If lives were dead, I'd go live again. If this product wasn't getting attention, well, I'd just create, buy, and try to sell a brand new one. But looking back, I wasn't running a business. I was burning myself out. But that's what we're taught, right? That hard work fixes everything. That you just keep pushing until life magically rewards you. That it's all God's plan, which I still believe, but that's not really how entrepreneurship works. I remember the moment I realized that something was wrong. I was sitting in my office, the one that I had to downsize from this year, and I had a pit in my stomach. I knew months before that there's no way that I can renew this lease. The bank statements, my Shopify analytics, like everything pointed to like, girl, something is wrong. So I didn't renew. And if you want to see that whole video, I actually have it up on my channel if you want to check it out. I was doing everything, posting, filming, packing orders, running ads, creating even more content. Sometimes consistently and sometimes not so consistently because of, I had a full-time landscaping job. Nothing was changing. It hit me like, oh, I'm doing the work. But no one ever taught us, how to question our own methods. No one teaches first-gen kids how to pivot. You're told to push, not pause. Leaving the office, leaving the flea market, it felt like a failure at first. And even though I tried my best to stay optimistic and ignore all the negativity from people, and sometimes even my own family, I still couldn't help but feel embarrassed. I felt like I was going backwards. How did I end up here again, But downsizing forced me to stop, to finally breathe. It made me ask myself, do you even know what you're doing? Like, how well do you actually know your numbers? What is the reason for your business even existing? What does your business actually need? And who can you ask for help? I didn't need a prettier space. I needed a smarter plan. I love my dad. I'll be the first to say, girl. I love everything he gave us. And, this is not a video for me to be like shitting at my dad or something like that. Like, I just know I can't be the only one. I know I'm not the only one that has been raised by immigrant parents, immigrant hardworking parents. So I know that I'm not going to be the only one that feels like this. But the truth is, immigrant parents teach you how to survive, not how to build a brand. They don't teach strategy. They don't teach systems. They don't teach boundaries. They don't teach rest. And girl, I never took days off of school. I would rather be miserable sitting in class than just stay at home. And that's actually very problematic because girl, what was I doing? You know what I mean? But that's how I felt. I felt like, girl, I need to go to school, But they don't ever teach you how to change direction when something stops working. How could they? They never had the luxury to even dream past survival. That's how it is for me, at least, for my parents. That's why I'm learning this part of my own. In real time, mind you, even when it's uncomfortable and very unsettling. This past year, I've been learning something new, something no one in my family ever even had the chance to learn. How to think differently, how to run a business, not just work inside one. How to test, how to pivot, how to ask for help, how to build Chula Beauty on purpose, not in panic. I'm rebuilding Chula slowly, intentionally, lovingly, painfully, And this time, I'm focusing on products that solve real problems. The working idea I have right now is like performance driven formulas. So like think heat proof, sweat proof, life proof stuff Latinas I feel like actually need. It's not just going to be like cute packaging, not just vibes, not just existing because I like to produce products. Something with purpose, you know? And that is the part I wish someone had taught me earlier, that quitting isn't the opposite of trying. Sometimes quitting is a first step towards doing things right. I'm not quitting the dream, okay? I'm quitting the version of me that thought working harder would fix everything. If you're a first gen kid like me who's trying to build something, I know you feel this. I know you do. The guilt, the pressure, the constant need to prove that you're working hard enough. But maybe it's not about working harder. Maybe it's about working wiser. I want to hear your story. What did your parents teach you? What are you learning now that due to the circumstances they just could never learn? If you want to follow this journey, the reinventing, the rebuilding, the culture, the beauty, the Chula Beauty 2.0 era, please subscribe. You know, like the video, hype the video, so more people can also see it, and hopefully they won't feel as alone in trying to figure out all this stuff, because we're figuring this all out together. And I know even if we're starting over, we're finally going the right way. If you guys made it this far, okay, wait, hold on. If you guys made it this far, please let me know what you think about the eyeshadow. I have like 2 different samples on. So one is like this brown shimmer, and then like this really iridescent is like a almost green, you know, hue or whatever. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, because I'm building the palette with you guys. So watch the other videos and you'll see like I'm slowly asking, you know, things about the palette. If you guys like videos like this, please subscribe, hype the video up, let me know so I do more like this. And I know I look absolutely crazy, not my best angle, but I'm still going to post because that's what we gotta do.